getting on? I should be honest, I don't normally walk like this, but I was one of the many masochists that did the city to surf on fucking Sunday. You haven't lived till you've tried to crack Heartbreak Hill, and this woman in her 60s runs past you. I say run, it was a wheelchair, but you know. But am I the only one here who has friends who on the surface seem pretty normal, but then, you know, once a week you get these fucking emails? Like, I have a friend like mine, perfectly normal guy, good job, nice wife, pregnant, probably. And every week you get these emails, and they're always about cats, always. Cats that look like Hitler, cats driving tanks. This week it was cats in tutus. And you just sit there thinking, this is the weirdest thing that I've ever masturbated to. But maybe not. Despite the fact I'm standing on a stage in front of some pretty bright lights, I'm actually quite shy, shockingly enough. And I think it's a lot to do with the fact that I can't read people at all. I'm not sure most people can, but I think I'm honest about it. And I think one of the things I don't read is I don't understand superstition. Like, not going under a ladder, that's perfectly normal, that's safety, but people, you know, how's the number 13 unlucky, or the number 7 lucky, or whatever it happens to be. But you do kind of wonder, it's, I don't know, you just think anyone who gets up in the morning and the first thing that they do is gaze into the page 35 of the Sydney Morning Herald to see how their day is going to go, despite the fact they've had 12 schooners and got to bed at 2 a.m. You're thinking, it's like a temporary existentialism, like, your day's going to go shit anyway, let's be honest. And it has nothing to do with the fact you're a Taurus. But, sorry, just check my notes. And another thing, shy, women, I love you, you're incredible, you're grace and poise, but you're fucking confusing. I swear to God. But you know, you think, like, two women. Has anyone ever had that thing where you have a friend who's a woman and she's fighting with someone else because she found out her boyfriend cheated on her, but she's angry at the other woman? And you're thinking, that's like watching two joggers run down the street and argue over who's going to stand in the dog shit. Or am I the only guy? I hope I'm not the only guy here who actually finishes a date and walks a girl back to her apartment and thinks, if this thing goes really, really well, I'll let my guard down. It's true. But no, so yeah, basically, sorry, I don't like cliff notes, but yeah, you'd be surprised to know I'm on RSVP, shocking. And you do wonder, as a concept, it's quite weird, but I look at it as a cost saver, because you sit there and you think, alright, I used to have to get a shower and put some gel in my hair and wear some nice clothes, other clothes, and get a taxi into town, you know, to be rejected by beautiful women. Now you get to do it from the comfort of your own home, in your underpants. But even actually this week I was on RCP, no word of a lie, and this thing popped up, trial 3-day membership. And you're thinking, that's what you want on a fucking dating website, people afraid of commitment. But I'm not entirely sure anyone actually reads these profiles, but if they do, they're incredibly weird. Like, you wouldn't actually walk out on a date, and you wouldn't sit in front of someone and say, I'm classy, and I'm intelligent, and I'm beautiful, and I'm friendly, and I'm modest. And you're thinking, if you actually break that down and think about it, right? There's absolutely no scenario. Like, if you've ever used the phrase, I'm classy, you're not. If you're telling someone you're intelligent, you're either bluffing and you're kind of hoping they're not going to notice. That's not the basis of a strong relationship. Or even, I'm beautiful. I've decided flat out, the only manner in which it's acceptable to use the phrase, I am beautiful, is if it's written in Braille. But again, like I said, I don't think anyone actually reads the profile, so I don't think it matters anyway. I think everyone, maybe it's just me, you just look at the clothes. Everyone judges people on clothes and looks, and I just, you know, trends in clothing, trends in anything are just baffling anyway. But like, I generally, you might be shocked to hear, walk into a clothes shop and just go, dress me. And that's it. You know, the nearest person that works there, just dress me. I give them money, I'm not a charity. Unlike where I get my clothes. But last week, no word of a lie, a mate of mine had a child a couple of months ago, and I can't even fucking dress myself. I don't know what to get a baby. So I went into a, kid you not, in Newtown, a baby's boutique clothing. because apparently babies are very disconcerting about what they throw up on. But we went in, and clearly I was like a deer in headlights, had no idea what I was doing. So the owner comes straight over to me, and the whole time I was going there, I said, okay, the baby's sex, the baby's weight, the baby's length, because that's apparently what you need to know. And as soon as I arrived in there, she goes, what are you here for? I said, my friend had a baby. She goes, oh, that's great. What was it? Apparently, the answer she wasn't looking for was 42 centimeters long. But we found this really, really nice. We go for the safe option. We found this really, really nice blanket. I said, geez, if you could get me one of those, they're incredibly soft. And I said, you know, what makes this better than any other blanket? And she goes in a very arrogant manner. She goes, oh, it's Austrian wool. And she didn't like my sense of humour when I said, oh, that's okay. I didn't know if as long as it's about sheep, it's okay to be racist. And you do kind of wonder, where do you draw the line? And I'll finish on this, but where do you draw the line? Like, can you look over, you know, walking down the street and go, that guy's wearing a pretty fucking woolly jumper? Thank you very, very much. I enjoyed that. Give it up for Tommy, you're on stage.